I heard this story when I was 6 years old. Every time I got grandma to tell the story to a new person, friends, and family, I'd take the chance. This story is about a skinwalker, or as she called it, El Cayucan. She said to never tell the story when at night, with no less than four people around. She says that the skinwalker, they're spirits from another world, but they try to cross over, and they have many ways of doing this. Either by possessing a shaman or using fear and taking advantage of the weak spirit in people, or when a huge sin is committed on holy land, either violating Mother Nature's law or human law. She said the cattle and sheep started to go missing. Coyotes would jump fences, and so did wolves. But the missing count was increasing, and almost no trace of the animal was left. Some at first feared neighbors were stealing it to sell it on the market or for food. But young and old would go missing too. Why would someone cook a small animal? Why wouldn't they steal the fatter, bigger ones? Or why would they take the breeding bulls? It made no sense. It got so bad for farmers, they started hiding in the barns and up in the trees to try and see who or what was causing this. That's when people started to go missing, and the story took a strange turn. The town witch doctor warned us about the spirits in the dark, but since it was close to the turn of the century, most of the town brushed it off as a story without fact. As animals and people began to go missing, the city council had a meeting and they decided to call the capital and ask for help. The city police decided to send one man to investigate. This guy was clumsy, and we all knew they didn't take our people serious. The farmer closest to the edge of town decided to put up bonfires around his fence for better lighting. Generators and energy was limited to our town. At this time, Grandma was 15 years old and would go and find work. Work was abundant since no parent let their kids watch or even work in the farms during the day. They didn't want their kids to work in danger. Grandma's mother was so sick that she had to go and find work to be able to afford medicine. This is when her encounter happened. She said she worked with one other kid named Armando. She had to step away to use the ladies' room one night, and when she returned, Armando was sleepwalking. She whispered at him, "Hey, Armando, come back." And he didn't answer. She didn't know how he could have possibly climbed down from the tree. That's when she noticed scratches on his arm and all around his face. He had stumbled down and fallen. She saw him go to the corral. She was frozen in fear. He opened it clumsily and walked in the direction of the woods. That's when she seen it. There at the horizon, up in the hill, she saw a silhouette of a thing. She said it looked like a tall, scrawny person with a curved back, patchy gray, ghostly white. She screamed for the farmer, and she proceeded to ring the bell for a cow feeding, louder and louder each time to wake up the farmer. The farmer woke up and rushed outside with his handgun. The farmer's kid came out along with him. Grandmas ran to Armando with the farmer's kid and shook him. They had to slap him a few times. The farmer shot the silhouette. Somehow it let go of the grasp of Armando. We all saw the creature and we couldn't sleep. We called the city priest and the farmer asked him to bless the farm. The cop was informed and he obviously did not believe us. Armando told him that he wasn't fully asleep but that he couldn't control his body. He said it was almost like he was being puppeteered. The town witch had warned us. Now with our heads down low, a few of us asked for help. She mentioned holy water would help, but that we could not be left alone at night. She said that this skinwalker could hypnotize you and make you come to him, even from inside the house. She said this skinwalker was weak because he waited till Grandma went inside to attack. She said an experienced strong walker could easily hypnotize a herd of animals, let alone 2 or 3 people. She said that something wrong had been done to the ancestral land. She said she had been tracking these new people that came into town and that she feared they were witches because the horror stench of black magic was in the air. She feared these people had unknowingly let this being into our land. The town decided to follow her orders this time. The city decided to gather at dawn to hunt this thing, along with the priest on our side. Our town elders decided to go out armed. Grandma got to stay since great mother was sick. What the town didn't know was that the animal had returned and with vengeance. While the farmer was out, it came to the farm and attacked the farmer's kid. He later came for Armando, but his close relatives came to stay with him for emotional support. The tribe liked cheering the herd. That was the only reason he survived. They scared the monster away. He tried to warn me, but he couldn't go out, since he feared the walker would snatch him. No phones were available in the town, except in the town market. The animal got to my house and started scratching at my walls. Great mother tried getting up. She was under the spell. So Grandma decided to tie her up and herself. After Armando was sure the monster was away from his house, he took the neighbor's horse and rode down to the woods to find the hunters. He informed them and half returned to check on the farm, and the rest came to Grandma's. A fight ensued, and the monster was killed. Mom says that when she heard the fight ended, she came out and they saw how the animal became smaller and it returned to a distorted human form. This person was scarred with ritualistic cuts. She said in the next day during sunlight, they set fire to the abandoned homes in the hills. They fear the witches lived there and that they purposely tricked this man and turned him into a monster. The axe seemed to work. A cave was discovered behind the home, behind a secret door. That was shut permanently. Grandmother moved away with Grandma a short time after. But before she left, she spoke with the witch doctor one last time. And she warned her that this creature had smelled her and it kept her scent. She said that the actual demon in the body returned to the underworld and that she was to forever be on guard. She said that if it gained strength, it could easily follow her. She said the creature could return at any time and any place.